city builders are known for building some of the most complicated games with a very steep learning curve. But in recent times there's been a trend of games reinventing these fundamentals in favor of a much more minimalist experience. Today, we'll discuss the history of these games and talk about how they strip away mechanics for minimalism. The first game of this type was released on April 4th, 2019. This game was Islanders. Islanders is a game developed by Grizzly Games, a video game studio based in Germany, composed of Jonas Tyrolia, Paul Schnepp, and Friedemann Ammerhoda. The studio came together once before to create SUPERFLIGHT, a relaxing routine game which I've been playing constantly after finding out about it for this video. The development of Islanders took place over 7 months, while the team was completing their degrees at the Hochschule für Technik und Wirtschaft in Berlin. The development of Islanders stripped away the signature mechanics of city builders instead embracing simplicity and minimalism. This was done because of the small size of the team. The central mechanic of the game is earning points by strategically placing buildings, which are refueled when you reach different milestones. The game was released to generally positive reviews from critics and players alike. This game was fairly ahead of its time, as more games like this only followed a year or two later. The second game on our list is Dorfromantik. Dorfromantik was released into early access on March 25, 2021 by a German game studio, Tucana Entertainment, composed of Luca Langeberg, Sandro Hilberger, Timo Falke, and Steve Zausch. The game was made while the team was studying at the Hochschule für Technik und Wirtschaft in Berlin. The project was funded by Medienboard Berlin Brandenburg, and as I already mentioned, they released the game into early access on March 25, 2021. They also released a roadmap laying out the updates to early access until spring 2022, when the full game was supposedly be released. Dorfromantik is a game about placing tiles that randomly pop up in the lower left corner. It has tiles for fields, picturesque villages, train tracks, forests, and water bodies. You can combine these tiles to get the highest score. The game also has a creative mode where you can change the tile spawning mechanics, skip unfitting tiles, delete tiles, or straight up copy them from the world. The next game like this, Townscaper, was released on June 30th, 2020. This game was a solo development project by Oskar Stauber, a Swedish developer who previously worked on Bad North, a real-time strategy game about defending our kingdom from Vikings. Townscaper was released to greatly positive reviews from critics who called it more of a toy than a game. Why? Well, its interface is extremely user-friendly and minimalist. Its mechanics and controls are so simple to understand that even a baby could technically build something. But the game decorates itself. You just have to place blocks and try different configurations. The game will take care of the visual stuff itself. Our fourth and final game on this list is Motorways. Even though its position as a city builder is debatable, I decided that it's close enough to include it in this video. Motorways was released on September 17, 2019 to Apple Arcade by Dinosaur Polygram, a studio based in New Zealand created by twins Robert and Peter Carlin, who made Minimalist, another indie game hit in 2013. The game is about strategically drawing roads from houses to shops to prevent low traffic flow in the city. You unlock upgrades every week and you can utilize them for the city. If enough people can't get to the stores in time, the city fails. Like literally, it shuts down. Minimalism is the principle of extreme spareness, or basically only keeping the things that you need. If you look at any of these games, you clearly see this principle to different degrees. Let's look at Townscaper, for example. It's a city builder with all of its mechanics stripped away, only the bare minimum, the building itself remaining. And that's not a bad thing. This is a game with all of the basic city building mechanics removed. There is no money, no utility management, no happiness system, no traffic management, no points, no population. This is a toy where you only go, look at your views, and admire them. It's relaxing. Another instance is Islanders. This is a game that the developers made with this ideology in mind. In an interview with Game World at Server, Owen Roder talked about how they developed Islanders and the strategies they used. They specifically aimed for the super realistic approach in design. Every time we make this decision, we ask ourselves, can we make it simpler? Can the game still be fun if we got this feature? Can we combine them to a simpler thing? This is clearly evident throughout the game. Given there is no money, no utility management, no traffic management, no happiness. Like Townscaper, this is a simplistic, relaxing, realistic game. But unlike Townscaper, this game has actually more mechanics. Most importantly, a strategical gameplay and a point system. Our next example is Dorfromantik. This is a board game inspired game with city builder elements like building, strategy, points, but again, no traffic management. This is the most complicated game we have talked about so far. You can strategically build tracks, cities, fields, water bodies, or even forests. But our final item on this list is Motorways. This game has the most similarities to classic city builders in that you manage traffic, the sort of happiness system, which is based on whether the citizens can get to the shops, but there still aren't utilities, and all of the game's mechanics itself are simplified. All of these games have one thing in common. They're a city builder with just the base features. Motorways has the most mechanics from original city builders, as I've said before. Dorfromantik has less features, but still a substantial amount of them. The same goes for Islanders, but Townscaper is something different. It's the core of all city builders. It is just a building system, nothing more, nothing less. So, today we discussed minimalist city builders, their history, and how these games strip away mechanics but still stay fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.